इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
A very good afternoon to each and everyone who has joined us today for this special webinar. Franchise India team welcomes you to Business Opportunity with Chai webinar. Franchise India is the platform where international and national brands seek expansion through our pan-India offices. It's a business consulting firm, and we truly claim that no one sells more business than us because we have helped thousands of investors in getting the business solutions, suggestions, as well as franchise business from us. We welcome each one of you to this special webinar. This is our 257th edition, and it's a digital representation of the brand. We at Franchise India do not endorse any particular brand. We welcome management team of Franchise India, Gaurav sir and Sonya ma'am. During the length and the breadth of this webinar, we'll be talking directly to the brand owners, representative, those who have joined us today, and we'll take all your queries. As we do brands, Franchise India is also committed to invite you and welcome you for physical show. And we invite each one of you to join us 6th and 7th of March for Downtime Franchise Show. Franchise India in association with Spectrum at Metro inviting you to attend this show where you have an opportunity to meet 100+ different brands. And today the brand which we are presenting you under this series is Bridgette Jones. That's the brand which holds 15 years old experience in the beauty and salon market. And Miss Jones enjoys and holds the celebrity status. It is our privilege to invite her to talk about the brand. Thank you so much, Miss Jones, for joining us today, sparing time for this particular webinar. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this and for having us on board with you. We're truly delighted to be here. And Anshul, you'll be helping me with the presentation so we can start.
Sure.
Okay. So this is the Bridgette Jones Salon. We are located in Kolkata, and we have started and opened doors in 2006. We've been in the business for 16 years. Next slide, please. Yes. So the founder of the business is Mrs. Bridgette Jones. That's my mom. She's been in this industry for more than 35 years. We've been having trainings with the best in the business. We've trained in the USA, UK, Singapore, Gold Coast, and the London College of Makeup as well. We have also featured in a lot of magazines, Vogue magazines. We have been honored at the India Today as well. We've also won a lot of awards and accolades. And Mrs. Bridgette Jones was also a columnist at the Graffiti, in the Graffiti magazine, which is by the Telegraph, for over a decade. Next, please, Anshu. Thank you. So we have a lot of caps. We are also the brand ambassador for endorsing hair care products with Schwarzkopf, which is a German company. We deal with all of our, most of our companies that we deal with are international products. We have Skindo as well from brand as well. As you can see, we have a lot of honors and facilitations as well. We do workshops. We have conducted for Fiki Ladies. We are also with the Beauty and Wellness Skill Sector India. And we have been part of various other things as well. Next, please. Next, Sancho. So we are a female-focused salon. We are ladies only, and we do cater to children as well. We deal with nail services, hair care, beauty, makeup, manicure, pedicure. We have facials, and we are also introducing health and wellness, which is a nutrition-based wellness program, which we would also be introducing with our business partners as well. Next, Anshu. Yes, so we've launched in 2006, and we have been in the forefront of the beauty world since. The salon is also located in a very upmarket and busy Maddox Square location in Kolkata. We have a lot of international products, as I've said, and we have a bridal room, which is specifically for brides only. We have an in-house cafe as well. We deal with skin and hair and nails. Next, please.
So if I can add on this slide, in fact, this is in terms of the market positioning, and you would see in our next few slides as well. Today, if you look at salon industry, this is one, it is moving in terms of the price points, it is moving up towards becoming more premium. And customers are also willing to spend money on such services. At the same time, we also see in terms of the format as well. So this is also moving up in that sense, right? So Bridgette Jones Salon is very ideally placed in this market. And you can see in this slide, this is placed with brands like Toni & Guy, Lux, McNiffy, Noah, at the premium end of the salon industry. In terms of the format that we now proposing for the franchise is a very efficient yet a small format with 1200 square feet, which offers 6 chairs setup. Yet it brings you the complete salon services as Daniel mentioned. So that's how we are placed today in the market. Yes, please, yeah. Okay, so some of the growth drivers for this industry today, rising middle class population, which is of course would likely to become 70% of the total population over next 20 years, and so this is a segment which is also witnessing rising disposable income, and also urbanization is also in favor of this industry today. And India also happens to be one of the largest market in terms of the consumer. So with the large population base, second largest in the world, and also amongst the youngest nations at an average age of 29 years, right? So these factors are favoring, this industry uh, to grow at a much faster pace over next 5 to 10 years period. If you look at the organized salon industry today, this is already growing at between 27 to 30%. Of course, last 1 year period under pandemic, there has been a little bit of slowdown, but now this is getting back to business, and already salons are witnessing 70-80% of the businesses back to normal, right? So key factors again in the favor of this business: young population, large numbers in terms of the population. There is rising disposable income and urbanization, right? So these are few of the factors which is favoring the growth of this industry. And franchising, of course, has been extensively used by almost all brands of repute to create this retail network of salons across India. And that's exactly what uh, this brand, the Bridgette Jones Salon, is also looking at in terms of creating a network across East India. So if you see on this slide, the idea is to focus on this East Indian market in phase one. Of course, plans to get into other markets as well. But phase one, the focus is on East India, especially around Kolkata and West Bengal, then Bihar, Jharkhand, Orissa, rest of Northeast, and Chhattisgarh. Overall, company is looking at setting up 50 salons in these key cities. Some of the cities also that we have highlighted, we're very keen to start each of them, over the next 2 years period, right? And you would see in our next few slides that company is keen to do is of course keen to do single unit franchises, but we're also looking at master deals which can be at a state level. So for example, you can do a Jharkhand state master, or we're also open to do multi-unit franchises, which means one city and you can sign up for 3 to 5 salons in that city, all to be owned and operated by your company, by yourself, right? So which could be for a city like Patna, you may want to do a 5 salon deal, that can be done. As has been the case, this industry is led by women entrepreneurs, and because 70% of the customers we see are women, right? Of course, and this brand is anyways focusing on women. We're looking at women entrepreneurs to join us as franchise partners, and and you can see women entrepreneurs. We're also looking at conversion franchises, which means if you're already running a salon and you would like to convert to the Bridgette Jones Salon brand, of course, there is better opportunity by associating with the brand. So that we are open to do that as well. And some new investors, first-time entrepreneurs who are keen to or keen for getting into salon business. So we would be keen to work with them as well. Why partner with the Bridgette Jones Salon? We start with the great Indian opportunity. As I said, young country with growing affluence and exposure. Exciting times with evolving customer pool, demanding more elaborate salon services and products, which means that customer is looking to get into better salon setups, looking for that customer experience that a brand can offer, right? And there is an immediate and sustainable opportunity to set up 50 salons in East India region, and that's what the brand is looking at. Excellent brand position, as I said earlier in the presentation, very nicely placed in the market today, with 15 years of experience. Uh, Promoter Miss Bridgette Jones already holds a celebrity stylist status in the market, with all her experience and expertise built over the years. Training done in international markets as well. Female focused full service premium salon brand, ahead of its competition in East India region, at the time. Uh, Also, switching to eco-friendly setup. And as you could see in one of the pictures, very contemporary designs for the salon is what we're looking at here, right? Strong franchisee benefits, of course, leverage on experience and expertise in salon management with Ms. Jones. Our teams would work with you to ensure that your salon works very efficiently, starting from setting up the salon and then also managing the daily operations, right? And this, of course, is a high growth prospects in this industry. I can understand the last 6 months to 1 year period has been a little slowdown for salons, but this is one industry which has come back very well, and it's going to continue now on the growth path. Some of the support functions very important. Of course, the personality, Miss Bridgette Jones. Then the portfolio of product and services, hair, skin, makeup, and complete expertise in this category. Place in terms of the salon setup, which is eco-friendly, very contemporary designs, uh, right? People in terms of our training, which would be done in Kolkata at the salon itself, processes and promotional. So corporate marketing, local store marketing, grand opening plan, product promotions, tie-ups with all the brands that we use at the salon. So all that we bring to you to ensure that you get maximum customer pull in your region. So then it brings us to the financial part. As I said, we're looking at a very exciting and very efficient 1200 square feet salon setup. This would have six hair stations and two facial station, two backwash, and two pedicure stations as well, one makeup room, right? In terms of the investment, we're looking at about 20 lakh rupees in interior and fit outs, which means all your interior work, flooring, wall paints, air conditioner, lighting, and everything is covered in the 20 lakh rupees. Then equipment, 5 lakh rupees for the salon equipment, which is all the workstations, and 1.5 lakh rupees for the office equipment, which is your POS, fridge, and few other things, right? Initial stock of consumables, which you would be using during service, and initial stock of retail products also, which is over the counter sold to customers. Uh, and then we have a franchise fee of 5 lakhs. So overall, 3350 is the investment in this model. In terms of our revenues and in terms of the overall profitability, we're looking at an average monthly sale of 8 to 9 lakh rupees in year one, which then continues to grow over 5 years to get to about 13, 14 lakh rupee monthly business, right? Uh, we've also taken rentals at a 1 lakh rupee monthly, which should ensure that you are able to get, some of the top locations in your city, right? We understand that this would be on the slightly higher side, 1 lakh rupee. You should be able to get a good location for, around 70, 80,000 rupees as well. A royalty of 8% or 35,000, whichever is higher for the month. Uh, then corporate marketing a budget of 1%, which goes to the company, and then company reinvest that money on your business through social media campaigns, digital marketing, and a few other activities, some promotional schemes. Uh, Overall, on a turnover of about 1 crore 5 lakhs, you're looking to make 15 lakh rupee annual profit, 15 to 16 lakh rupee annual profit, which means the investment of 33.4 lakh rupee can be recovered over 2 years, which is what we have also shown here, right? So overall, 1200 square feet format, six workstations, two pedicure station. We're looking at an investment of 33.5 um, and a break even of just under 2 years. Your payout to brand one is franchise fee 5 lakh rupees and a royalty of 8% or 35,000 per month, whichever is higher is paid to the brand. Additionally, 1% as a corporate marketing fee is also paid to the brand, which is going to be reinvested for your business, right? And as we said, company is keen to look at area franchisees as well outside of Kolkata. Very keen to partner with larger uh, investors, larger opportunity. At a state level, we can do master franchise. At a city level, we would be keen to do multi-unit franchise partners where you can sign up for 2, 3, 5 salon deal as per the potential in your city. We can discuss one to one when we discuss and we can structure a very good deal together. Yes, so as a last statement from ma'am, this is calling all aspiring entrepreneurs. Here's your opportunity to be part of this revolution. The brand has 15 years of experience and expertise in the work the company is doing, and this is what we want to bring to you to enable you to be part of this great industry and continue to make money out of it. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Anshul.
Thank you very much. Thanks for a lovely presentation, and it's an honor to have you on our panel, and also to uh, see your success, which we have seen over the last 15 years. Now you're ready to share this success with other like-minded entrepreneurs. And I've been actually talking to Daniel. She's working very, very hard to now take the legacy ahead, which has been built over the years. And I know how nervous she was to take this step, because it's very difficult, especially for a second generation. When you have a very big success story, it actually puts an extra pressure on the next generation to really take the legacy ahead with not compromising on the quality, not compromising on the value system, not compromising on the overall service capabilities which they have built with so much of passion. My first introduction happened with them where they were really coming directly from a salon, and they still had to go back at 8:30 to still attend their customers. So that's a value system they come from. So you can imagine in 8:30 in the evening, they would have to go back to even still do attend some customers, because especially with their current audience, the kind of belief they have on them for everything they would provide is very, very important. And I think that day was maybe just before Christmas or something before that, and there was a very big rush, and they told me that particularly in Calcutta, this is women would come and get dressed and done the makeup and things like that, and then go for their parties and whatever it needs to be done. And they were very busy. They were very, very busy working hard and making sure that, and that was our introduction at Franchiseindia. And we were so impressed because I get more impressed by the kind of involvement and family businesses which they bring in, and the kind of effort they do to really run and build the businesses. And that passion shows me that they are so committed to their brand. And then it would also reflect how commitment they would bring into the potential investors who would come along with them and invest with them. So it's a very well kept brand, very well nurtured brand, and now available to franchise. But the question is, franchising is not just about being aggressive and going and opening up. It's about taking piece by piece, unit by unit, making sure that every single location they open up flourishes and takes the brand and the legacy ahead. So let's start with some questions. For the first question is, even before I go ahead, a lot of people ask me that what is an opportunity in the overall, the salon space, and we all know that there is somebody who's already addressed the space. But particularly in salon space, I think there is a huge shift of customer for better service, shift of customer for better styling, because it's like a high fashion business. You need people move in where they feel that there is a structure. And we feel that especially for East India, this shift is very, very strong. Anywhere you would open up, say you open up in Bhubaneswar, you open up in Ranchi, you will see a lot of people who are waiting for a good service. They would quickly shift to your place. So it's an opportunity to shift the marketplace. And one of the areas where this biggest shift really happens is the styling part of it, and which is, I think, is very important aspect of the business. The first question is, what is happening on the training side and how much emphasis you put on training? And going forward, when you make franchisees, what kind of training structures you would have for both the franchisee and also for their hairstylist? And even if you want to give a little bit more understanding of the overall training capabilities which you're working on.
Right. Thank you for that question, and thank you for that introduction, Mr. Marya. So about the training, what we have in mind is, of course, with the franchisees first, which I will talk about, we have developed a particular structure that we would like to take them through. And that would be on-floor training, which would be, just introducing the people that they choose. Of course, we do have a requirement for the franchisees to employ people of a minimum of 5 years experience, because we do, we would like from the get-go for this franchisees to really take off with their sales and clientele and just meet expectations, if not exceed them. That's what we plan to do. So in terms of that, we would be requesting the franchisees whenever they do come in to send their entire team in. We would also be helping with the process of, helping them with manpower as well through the BWSSC. Apart from that, we will be training them for a minimum of 1 week, which would be on-floor training. Each segment, which would be the beauticians, be it the hairstylists or the nail technicians, will be receiving one-on-one training from our team members and technicians. So this is how we would be going about it.
Sure. So it's a very extensive training. And also to add on, there is a lot of training comes from a lot of the beauty partnerships. They have beauty product partnerships. They
Absolutely.
Also,
yes.
You want to add on the beauty partnerships, beauty brand partnerships which you have, and which are the brands?
Yes. Yeah. So we have Schwarzkopf, we have Skin Door for Skin, we have Davines, and we have TG, we have Barmin, Olaplex, and we are also partnered with Dyson. So with each of these companies, they provide personal trainings again with their lead technicians. These will happen at the doorstep of the salon itself. So they would not need to travel anywhere to receive these trainings. They will be given on the floor of the salon that they start with. Apart from that, refresher trainings with us will always happen, as and when we will always be checking in terms of, we will be doing quality checks. We will be understanding how the clients are feeling with these things. We do have a ritual that we have at Bridgette Jones, which we would be training the entire teams with. So alongside technical training for each product, they will be having an entire, right from the consultation to how to the end of the client's stay at the salon. All of this will be completely structural and trained.
Sure. So training is a very big emphasis for them, and very important aspect for any service business, especially beauty service business, to survive and really do well. So let's now get into services part of it, and I would like you to give a little overview about the breakup of services. How much is hair, how much is beauty, and how much is other treatments which you do? What is the percentage breakup? And adding to that, also, if you can really talk about the charges of each services which we would do in our salon.
Right. I would ask Anshul if you could open the slide for that particular. So our services, while Anshul does that, our services start, so basically with our hairstylists, we have different categories as well. So we have junior stylists as well as seniors. The starting price for our haircut starts from 600 onwards and goes about 1500. With our bridals again, which is a huge segment for us, we start at 10,000 rupees onwards. And with apart from this, we also have an exclusive bridal pop-up that we do. So this is to catering to the guests. So these will be trainings that we will do in terms of the offers that we provide, the packages that we do. These are all will be discussed, one-on-one with the investors. Apart from this, our facials are another huge market that we have, because we are dealing with a really, really good international brand called Skin Door. So our facials,
Yes.
Got it. Yes. So with our facials, we start for our basics, start from 1800 onwards and go up to 11,000 rupees. Apart from this, we have our nails, again, gel nails. Any gel nails that we would start would be 800, 1,000, 1,200 and go up to about 4,000 rupees. We have our hair spas as well. So this is a big part of the business because people, again, hair spas are very popular. So these again start anywhere between 1,500 and go up to about 5,500, 6,000. Then we have the basics, which is manicure, pedicure. This again starts at about 500 and goes up to 2,000. Apart from this, I would like to mention that we are developing our own natural skincare line. So the companies, I mean, the business partners that would come in with us would receive this exclusivity of, natural sustainable products developed by the Bridgette Jones Fashion Salon. Yeah. Anshul, if there's anything else that you would like to add to this, please go ahead.
No, I think you have covered all the major heads in terms of the services at the salon. One important segment we can talk about is this, hair therapy, which is Olaplex, keratin, and this
Right.
services which is in great demand these days. So
That's right.
keratin, yeah, you can talk about it. 7,000-8,000 rupees
Yeah.
average keratin full length is what we
Yeah,
would
a
do.
minimum keratin would start at 7,000. Again, assisting is 8,000, straightening starts at 8,000. And most of the time, these go up to about 15 to 20,000. These happen on a very regular basis. We have a minimum of maybe 3-4 clients at a time sometimes that are doing keratins, as especially with the humidity and climate in India that we have. These are very, very popular treatments. So the hair therapy definitely receives a lot of a good market.
Right.
Absolutely, and I think one of the areas I want to highlight is that a lot of times you just have to compare it with the salon. It's a premium and luxury services, and you see the ticket value can run from as low as 400-500 rupees to 20,000 rupees, and that changes the billing cycle. You don't have to do so much to really reach that number, and because they have a lot of value-added services, especially on the beauty side, especially on the higher services on the skin side, and also a little bit spa side. All that pieces together gives you a very high ticket value, and the quality of services, because they are very high-end proprietary services which are available. So it creates also a very strong subscriber base. The same customer would continue to come over the time and do indulgence, because India is very salons are linked to occasions, and we have a lot of occasions, and now there are about 150 days in a year where you would have some occasion. It can be wedding times, it can be festival times, it can be other things. And also for any kind of going out, you will start going back to this. So it's a very strong business, but the selection of a property is a very critical aspect in this. You need to be in the premium neighborhood. So where there is a convenience for a woman to come down, easily park the car and really reach out to the entire thing. So you need to have a place which gives you convenience of being in the right and premium neighborhood, and also a lot of other conveniences like a good parking and things of that nature, which really helps you to put that. So selection of a site is very important. You don't have to be in the prime high street location, but even the prime real estate neighborhood. So if you are, say, in Jubilee Hills in Hyderabad, while they are first looking at Eastern India, but if any kind of a premium neighborhood you are, you will probably be able to get very good. Another thing which is very important for a salon, this, and because of their serving the very elitist of the elite, it gets you opinion makers, which means that people who matter in the society, people who are always looked up, there can be socially more popular people. If they start coming to your salons first, everybody starts following that. So wherever they are going to do a launch, say you open up in Ranchi, the idea would be the who's who of Ranchi should be the first set of customers. If they start coming in, then you see everybody else start coming in. And with their experience, they have done that. So next question is that what is normally, what do you think should be a launch strategy? When you launch a particular salon in a particular market, what kind of strategy you want to be using on, and what is the contribution we can see from the brand side in terms of the helping the launch to be very successful.
Right. So as you rightly said, it is definitely very important to bring in, the right people for the roles, depending on each city and exactly where they are placed. We will be having a team that would be helping us strategically to actually bring in more footfall on that particular day, more than anything else, so that we can start creating clients from the first day itself. Apart from that, we will be attending every launch that does happen. We will be meeting the business partners as well to, develop, to understand exactly what the city is about, who the who's who is, how we can, develop relationships with them. And of course, to be able to deliver the Bridgette Jones experience from the get-go itself. Obviously there will be a launch party that will happen. There will be offers that will be strategically placed as well in each city. So these are the few things that we have as an thought of, and then obviously it does get we will get into the nitty-gritties of it depending on each franchise.
Sure. And also just to mention that they have a lot of people from these cities, which especially from Guwahati, Siliguri,
Right.
Bhubaneswar, they come to their salon whenever they're in Calcutta and take services. And most of the time they would request that why you are not opening up a branch in that market. So there is already a legacy which is already there, and that's something which actually prompted them to really look at that. Why are we not servicing that customer? They have to come to when
Yes.
on and off Calcutta, they come to this. And there is a huge circuit in Calcutta, which is especially with families who are in weddings and marriages, and they get together, they connect with each other, and they share the brand. So it's a very strong and powerful brand. If you are interested, please reach out to our business hotline number, and we will be very, very keen to really want to understand where you come from, what experience you bring in. I always say that what you bring outside money is more important. Are you socially connected?
Yes.
Are you interested in service industry? And or you have a strategic real estate available. Sometimes you have a very beautiful strategic real estate available, which can fit into a what I call premium to luxury salon. Now I'd like to bring in Sonya for her part of questions, and also some questions which she can take from the audience also. Over to you, Sonya.
Thank you so much. I'll pick some questions also. Like we've tried and covered a lot in the last, I would say, 40 minutes of our presentation. And I would say your brand has kept pace with the times. It has stayed relevant to your customers, and also the changing market dynamics from contemporary aesthetics, service offering, customer experience, legacy the brand holds, and also the equity that you enjoy today in the market, which offers a very good value proposition for maybe prospective partners. And we are glad that you came in and you're offering partnership in the business. So first question which I wanted to in fact talk, and we also have one of our partners, Mr. Amal, in the audience, who wanted to know, we talked about the training and you talked extensively on that, and what company would also support a franchisee on. And when it comes to hiring of the staff, he would like to know, and I'm sure, how does it happen? It has to be entirely the franchisee who would go hire the staff, or the company also plays a role, because you need a very trained, skilled staff, and I'm sure that there are certain parameters which needs to be taken into consideration for the staff. So what is that, and how the hiring for a partner is done?
Right. Right. So of course, it is also a part of the companies, to be able to get manpower to come in. Apart from that, we are also being in the industry for more than 30 years and 16 years as a standalone salon. We are very well connected with Pan India in terms of workforce, people that have worked in the industry. That we are always, so whenever we if the company does need for us to select manpower and get people to come in, that's something that we will definitely help with. Apart from that, once with the salon industry channels and stuff that we are, and platforms that we are on, in fact, in each state or each city, wherever we do open, we will be advertising for it accordingly. So there are a lot of people that we see that come in for employment, for jobs, once we narrow down and select, so even the people that come in for training, we would have to, really be selective with who we do eventually take in for the franchisee, because again, it is very important that we we have our standards met at all times. So this is something that we would be very, very helpful in, and we will hold our franchisees' hands through this process.
Helpful. Other, which I want to also pick, because you have a good brand equity, and also in the city of Kolkata where you wish to expand and maybe nearby, I'm sure there might be certain locations which you would know are where the big demand is coming in, and currently, we're not able to cater to that demand for obvious reasons because you're not present in
Right.
those locations. Which are these immediate spots or places where you think there's a demand and there could be immediate opportunity for a franchisee to look at, is one of the questions I have. And the other maybe I like to
Right.
add is there also some assistance that you will give partners on selection of a property, because that's a very important part of running this business.
Right. So for the first part of that question, we are definitely looking at, like we had said, East India for sure. We are open to, all of India, that's definitely there. But we have a huge market that we have already. So basically, like Mr. Marya had mentioned before, we have a lot of clients coming in from Bhubaneswar, from Sikkim, from Ranchi, and each one of we've had actually more than 20-30 clients that come in from there, from each city, actually travel to us. So we know that there is a big market in Ranchi, in Raipur, we have in Jamshedpur as well. So we are looking at that. There are certain, we've even got specific places in which this is where we again your second part of the question would be answered. We can help with, the person living in the city would obviously know way better than us. However, we do have our options. For example, if let's look at Ranchi, for example, there's a North Office Para, South Office Para, they have different places that are very residential. We are looking at places where, there's a lot of housewives, there are a lot of children that are still, girls between above 22 and onwards. We actually have clientele that are 70 and above as well. So we have a really, really big, diverse market in terms of the kind of ladies that we cater to. And so this is definitely the areas that we are looking at first.
All right. And while I was asking, we also had Abhishek Dasgupta. He apparently is from Kolkata, and when he asked the same question, if we can get help regarding selection of property area from the brand, especially pin codes or spots, which are doing well. And this is with regards to Kolkata.
Right.
So Abhishek, we'll help you do that. And I will also request, we have shared a hotline
Yes.
number. You can reach on that number, and we'll subsequently have you connected with a company for a one-on-one discussion. And the question which I wanted to ask is,
and
also,
Sonya,
we
sorry, I'm just going to.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Sure.
being with Abhishek as well, because obviously I'm in Kolkata. So when it asks for pin codes and stuff, if he is interested, definitely the market in areas like Aleppo and Salt Lake are very hot at the moment. So that, and like you said, we would definitely be there to help them, guide them through the process.
Thanks, Amy. And that we all understand and agree, this is a very subscriber-led business, and all the locations, wherever one would go, there's also a big audience which would convert to what they are going currently at. So what is the gestation typically you think is there in the business, and how long, while we talked about the unit economics and typically a throughput of an outlet, which is about 8-9 odd lakhs of a sale, which is very good for a format like that. But typically, how long does it take for somebody to reach there? And if you can give at least for the initial 3-4 months, are very critical and challenging for any business when they get started. So any guidelines for somebody when they get started, and typical what gestation period a business like this takes?
So obviously we have any business will take its time to kind of get settled into the market, and I would say it would take about 2 or 3 months to actually understand what the footfall would be like, what their clientele would be like. And honestly, with the financials, when we say 8 or 9 lakhs and with the 1200 square feet model is the minimum that we have taken for the Bridgette Jones Salon as what we see, it's not going to be as difficult as it sounds. Definitely, the minimum footfall that we see is actually anywhere between 10 and 12 per day. So, being a smaller 1200 square feet model, which we have chosen, again, it won't, 5 or 6 will not be the average footfall, but the minimum. And like we said earlier, with the services that we provide, we have extensive services. We are definitely competitive. We do have competitive rates, but at the same time, there is a lot that, from a 600 rupee service, you can actually go on to something that is 15 and 16,000 rupees per person. So if you kind of do the math with that, this is, and even with the royalties in terms of for the first 2 months, we are definitely going to be looking to give the partners a chance to kind of stand on their feet. So these are things as well that we are looking at.
And also, because it has a celebrity cushion, your mother is a big name, and also a lot of your partners might expect. Are there any special services? If you talk about salons, and I'm sure because your salon would get all the traction, because of the legacy, I would say, and you've been there in that spot. But other locations might take time. Is there any special services that you offer to even your partners in the locations where they can be maybe on demand, services, or certain days, where there can be some very customized, personalized services offered by your mom or somebody who's senior enough?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So when it comes to, so my mom, me, and my sister also, so we are skilled entrepreneurs in terms of this business. And we are actually definitely looking to come in, once in a while, even if we have particular days in the month or every few months, and actually spend the day at the salons and, build our clientele as well. Because in each city, we also have our personal clients that would come in and visit the Bridgette Jones Salon. So we definitely have this in mind. And like I said, we also, apart from this, we are developing our own skincare line, which will be available for retail as well at the franchisees, with the franchisees. And at the same time, with having in-house products, you gain a lot of exclusivity, and you're closer to the brand as well. So these are the things that we are working on.
Okay, very, very helpful, Daniel. And before we close, while I will also request, maybe a message that you want to give to the audience who is here today, and also if you can request any dates which you think could be available on your calendar for the upcoming week, where we can try and bring some prospective people either on a call, or if we have people locally available, they can come and visit at the salon.
Yes. Sure. Yeah. I'm open to the dates. As whenever anybody is there, they're more than welcome to drop in and chat with us. We would actually really love that. And any dates for people that are not in Kolkata and would like to, have a one-on-one, we are there as well. And what I would like to definitely say is, with our support, in terms of franchisees, and you are obviously will be looked at as business partners. We will be there, we will be here for you tomorrow as well. It's not like we are just going to sign a contract and then move on to the next. Our aim is not to just, have 100 or more chains, but to actually win the hearts of not just our clients, but the partners that work with us as well, because, they will be the ripple effect for the movement that we are wanting to create with Bridgette Jones. We are not just looking at, and the vision is not to just look at salons as an exterior. Everyone just thinks salons are just work on the exterior part of the hair and face, but we are actually going very inward with our health and wellness and holistic approach that we are wanting to, that we are bringing to the business plan. And, our business plan is designed to have us in the business for 20 years from now. So, we are just looking forward and hoping to get started on this wonderful journey.
Look forward. I think your commitment says it all. And also a lot of time has been spent in terms of, it's almost a year plus now to really prepare what you want. And that shows a lot of commitment. And I think good franchise companies really do a lot of effort to prepare themselves before they even bring in some other partners to come in. So it's a great, and Franchiseindia has a great belief that this can be a very, very serious player in the whole beauty service space, and we are very committed to really build piece by piece the brand and take it to the next level. So any last comments before we close and date? We will put up a date for the Discovery Day, where investors would get a chance to spend one-on-one time to really understand about business opportunity and how you can get started. Any last comments which you would like to say to the audience before we close the
Yes.
webinar?
Yeah, sure. So what I would like to say is definitely I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to interact with all of you that are interested. Obviously, this is a passion project that's been on for 16 years now. We've really taken our time. Usually franchisees happen within 1 or 2 years of a business being fruitful. We've taken 16 years, and we are hoping that we can move forward and just bring the quality that we have at the Bridgette Jones Salon to across India and more.
Absolutely. Sonya,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tenny and ma'am, for coming in. And I echo what you said.
Thank you so much.
Progressively, and you've taken all these years to not only perfect your business model, but also build that confidence in the mind of your partners through this presentation today. And then we will bring the prospective partners to you over a meeting. We have Mr. Abhishek, rather, he wanted to maybe connect, so maybe post the webinar we'll connect with him, and we can take one day in the coming week where a visit or a meeting with you and your offices can be lined up by us.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for this. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. So thank you so much, Ms. Jones, for sparing time. We understand you were on holiday, but still you got time for us. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining in today. We would like to thank Gaurav sir and Sonya, ma'am. All the dear participants who joined us today, please do reach out to us at our business hotline number, which is 9717683838. We request each one of you to save this number in your phone book so that you get a regular updates from our side through broadcast message. We also invite each one of you to join us at different social handles, information on your screen. Your suggestion and feedback will definitely help us in improving our services. You can also connect us at the Facebook page of Franchiseindia Brands Limited. You can go under video section to see all the previously done webinars, different submits. And you can also connect and join LinkedIn ID of Gaurav sir and Sonya on your screen. And tomorrow, on the 259th edition, we are bringing another great brand for each one of you. The organic that's the brand we are bringing for you. The team would come and talk about 3 different models they are offering in market. You can start this particular brand with just an investment of 7 lakh rupees. So please do not miss chance. Do registration today at the same business hotline number so that you can join us tomorrow sharp at 12 p.m. Thank you so much once again for joining in. Have a great day ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, ma'am. Bye.